Silver Shore.
That's what Estella says. She says.
And I said I should probably let the rest of the group know what little we've gleaned.
And I would hand the map to you.
Thank you.
So you have it.
Thank you very much. And he'll kind of like fold it up and stick it in his pack and walk to the edge of the crater and kind of holler down. Are you two ready to move out?
Depends. Are you figuring out the crater?
Kind of. We've got a little bit when you got because I imagine we're like hollering down at I'm hollering down at you.
Yeah, because this is about 100-foot crater, wide.
Yeah. So I'm like, when if you guys want to come on up here, I can. While we're getting ready to head out, we can tell you what we think. We don't really have any. We just have some new leads. Is all we've got. Nothing concrete.
I glance over at Samael. You good?
I say one more moment. Let me try something. One more thing.
Are there any undead under this crater?
Yeah. Well, no. I'll do. Is it hollowed or is it
I start climbing out of the crater.
It's not necessarily is it undead, but has it been hollowed? Has it sanctified? Is it desecrated?
No.
Okay.
If I walk over
then I climb out of the crater.
Is the Lord Jack gonna come with me?
No, most likely he's going to continue organizing from his kind of small command tent. Actually,
sorry.
Give me a moment. I'm trying to think of something here. No, there's not.
Okay.
Sorry, it took me. I'm trying to piece everything together in my mind on whether or not the event would actually result in that, and no, it doesn't.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
With this ash thing. I love how you're all concentrating on typing out the conversation instead of talking the conversation.
Okay, well, you were talking and I didn't want to interrupt.
That's what I do when you're talking.
Literally, all I'm doing is giving you guys shit. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound offensive. I just wanted to play with you guys a
You're
little
the
bit.
DM. Everything you say is gonna, affect
Be
us.
offensive.
So
of course.
You need to tone that down.
I need you to calm down.
I said what I've been noticing is that while buildings and plants and other life are completely affected by this, if you dig down a few feet, you find normal dirt, and everything inside of that dirt has not been affected by whatever.
Yeah, very surface level.
So
maybe when the ash falls, it affects the ground and then just seeps down, and it either not enough time has passed, but maybe it stops at a certain point.
Well, I was digging up carrot. I point over towards the north. I said, up there's some kind of vegetable something or other. I don't know. It's too small to be an actual garden. But when I dug up the carrots that were dug into the ground, the area immediately around the carrot was blighted, but everything else was not.
Also,
so it followed the root of the organic material, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Worth noting, when both of them refuse to take his hand to help him, him to help them up, he'll kind of look at his hand for a couple of moments and flex his fingers a bit, and then just act like nothing happened.
No!
Oh, I totally noticed, and I'm snickering to myself.
I
gotta make insight checks on this.
Hold on, I gotta see this.
Let's see. Insight check? You want an insight check?
Please,
okay.
go ahead. Are you trying to hide it?
I noticed.
Malcolm?
That I'm blighted?
No. That your hand,
your
hand
reaction.
action.
Yeah, I mean, no, because it's not even it's not. He doesn't even realize he's doing it. It's just one of those things.
God, I don't fucking notice.
He's used to people. At this point, nobody. He's blighted. Of course, nobody. Yeah, he's used to putting out his hand to shake and people politely finding ways around it because of the rumors.
Makes sense.
But it's still a thing that catches it. It's like a flashback to that kind of thing.
I kind of narrow my eyes for a minute at the reaction, but mostly just kind of let it go.
Oh,
I just noticed nothing at all.
Hey, look at that pretty rock over there.
Awful
this
nice
ground
crater
beneath
you
me?
guys got here.
Shame if anything were to happen to it.
So what did you guys find?
Well,
Nah.
we have a map, and he'll take the map out of his pack and show it to them. Apparently, there used to be a large keep here. This crater isn't something that has happened in previous Ashfalls. We spoke with Lord General Drac, and think maybe it could have been either obliterated via magic, or possibly even transposed somewhere else. But he doesn't see any magic here. He has diviners on their way who might be able to see magic at work here, and we suggested that possibly it could have been moved to another plane, which might have to do with magic or might have not to do with magic. He said that's something to definitely look into, and that he would reach out and have some people here for us to essentially question when we return from Silvershore. And I think that's it. And he kind of like says, he looks to Estella and says, I think that's everything.
She'll shrug.
Samael just nods.
I think we can almost definitely depend on magic for this, because I don't know, like I was telling Samuel, oh my god, I think I just mispronounced her name, I'm so sorry.
Samael. That's
Samael.
Samael, yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Like I was telling
Call me Sam.
Samael. I
Sammy.
was telling Sammy here.
Good old Sammy.
Sammy the Sandwich Man.
Like I was telling Sam here, it doesn't make sense to build a perfect circle in the middle of a city. And just based on the other things that we've been told, the Ashfall will just kind of hit things as they are, but it doesn't really leave kind of an impression or something like this.
Yeah, and if somebody were to collapse that keep after the ashfall, it would be a pile of ash, not a giant crater.
Right.
Maybe people were in the keep. She just suggested.
Well, yeah, and maybe one of them in the keep did this. Maybe
Yeah.
one of them moved it, but
Would we find some evidence of it though?
That would take a
Not if
lot
the
of time.
not if the evidence went with them.
I mean, would we still be able to see footprints heading towards the crater area?
Right,
I
yeah.
think we
Footprints.
tracked the footprints
Yep.
all the way up here,
Yep.
yeah.
You
We
tried.
tried
You guys found
footprints to it,
footprints?
but we didn't
Yeah.
find any footprints leading
Oh,
the
yeah.
way, did
Yeah, you guys didn't tell Sparrow, by the way.
Oh.
we? Sorry, Sparrow.
Yeah, we found footprints that led from the barracks, and apparently it looks like there were possibly 6 people.
6 people. How
Uh,
many made it to the keep?
there you go. Good question.
How
3.
many did make it to the keep?
3
You
that
guys-
we saw
According
tracked.
to Malcolm. Yeah.
Because if you guys remember, we didn't look over there, which is where the dwarf would come from.
Yeah.
We would have only seen the 3 from here.
What I would
Exactly.
ask is, we check around the crater if any footprints leaving.
I'm interested over here in these temples. I wonder if
I would want
he said that the gods have so-called left, but I'm wondering if the implements and such have been touched by this.
It's worth a check.
Okay,
I'd-
so we go Temple Row.
Sure.
I'd like to see if there's any footprints actually leaving from the crater.
And
Well,
I
Leaving away
can,
from the crater.
if he mentions that out loud, I can help with that.
I
but-
would mention it to Malcolm because obviously he's
Okay.
much better at this than I am.
Okay, yep,
I
same
could
thing.
track the footprint.
Whoever's making their checks, go ahead and make them. We'll deal
The
with them. in
virtual
order.
dice just don't like
It's worth
you.
noting Malcolm does not look like a guy who would be good at tracking either.
I mean, you tracked the footprints here, so based on
Yeah. Well, no,
short
that's the
evidence,
thing.
scant
Is it's
evidence
more
I
like
have.
you're like, holy shit, this guy's good at tracking. What?
What the fuck?
I'm just helping out. I don't think I helped out very much.
I guess I'll do a perception check to see if I
Oh my
even noticed
God.
any footprints at all.
Wait, is it perception or investigation? If you're
Perception.
looking something over.
Oh no, you're right. It would be
Actually-
investigation. My apologies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I think
what I
investigation
thought.
is what they use for search now, isn't it, Sarge?
Yeah.
Yeah, investigation is search, and perception is just like looking around to see if you
Right.
see anything weird.
And like I said, I will accept any of the above. Just give me a reason why your character's doing that.
Well, I noticed something.
yeah,
There's gotta be something
jeez.
somewhere there.
I
That's a
noticed
20.
nothing.
Okay.
Can't find anything.
Yeah,
I've
Sparrow,
heard-
you're kind of in the which one did we say that one was? That one's Kalim's. So you're walking around in Kalim's kind of area here. It's if it wasn't tainted or blighted, it would have been a gorgeous monument to simplicity, as most of Kalim's shrines tend to be. There's not a lot to them. They don't offer food. They don't offer shelter. They're very much you need to figure out your own way. If you are successful, you'll be rewarded. Or if you're going through a particularly harsh challenge and you haven't complained, you've been continuously meeting the challenge head on, then Kalim will look on you with blessings. But this is the same kind of thing. You walk in, there's like a place for, one or two of the priests to sleep. But it's, on the floor in the back. Like, they don't have a lot, except for the small shrine that has a what looks like it's been carved from a piece of wood that has naturally grown into the symbol of Kalim, which is simply a Y with an extra upward prong. So the three branch, they call it the three branch. The three branch is in there, and it's not the best you've ever seen, because there are some where they find just the perfect fucking tree, and they make it into the symbol. It's perfectly straight, everything's whittled, everything's nice, clean, sanded. They're typically made from the harsher woods. Like, there's a thorn tree that grows in the elderwood that literally prevents people from climbing up into it, because it's just thorns everywhere. It's like a briar bush on a fucking stick. And there's a lot of them use that wood. Like, they have to climb up into the fucking tree to find it, and then they come back down. And most of the time, three prongs aren't that common, especially in that particular shape. So they've probably gone through 6 or 7 briar trees to find that particular one. Or thorn trees, sorry. This one looks pretty simplistic. It's a bit more crookedy and ragged, but other than that, you're not seeing anything. That itself is also blighted. So the holy
Gotcha.
symbol itself was blighted.
Okay. And I kind of glance around, think for a minute, just, man, not even anything valuable to lift.
Estella, would you like to investigate one of the other temples?
Yeah, I'll investigate the one that's in front of me. I had a 10 on it.
Okay, you had a 10. This one is the... Let me take a look here. This is Dorg's. This is Dorg's temple. His classic anvil sitting in the middle of the room. There are tools all over the walls. It's one gigantic catalog, pretty much. Except that they've been well maintained, well taken care of. Anybody can come and use any of the tools if they need it, as long as they take care of it. The smiths commonly come in and pray to the anvil to make sure that their strikes are true and their metal stays hot, type stuff. Nothing super out of place though. No tools missing, except for like 1 or 2 like carpentry tools, but you can easily attribute that to somebody just borrowing them. But nothing weird or out of place that you can see.
Is the inside ashy or no?
Yes.
It is?
Yep. Same thing with the anvil. The anvil has turned to ash. Or at least as far as you can tell. You're more than happy to touch it if you want.
Yeah.
You
I
are?
whip it.
Oh, you're going to whip it?
Yeah.
Whip it good?
Yes.
Whip it real good.
Real good.
Alright,
I'm
so...
sorry, I still thought this wasn't that type of roleplay.
So you pull it out, whoosh, and
Yeah. You need to get a sound effect.
I
just for
do,
me.
especially specifically for that. Like, just have it on there, like play X when this occurs. It blasts just on the edge of it, and the sound, the sound wave basically kind of, it chips a huge chunk off the top. Just looks like somebody took a small ball and just threw it into it, but it was just from the compression wave, and just ash kind of puffs out everywhere. It doesn't collapse the anvil; you kind of hit the top of it, but it's very clear that it does not have the same consistency of the metal it was made out of. It's just like the rest of everything else.
Okay, I'm getting out of there.
Okay. And then we move on to the next one. I believe that was Malcolm's at 15. What are you specifically looking for?
I believe I was helping Sammy find some footprints.
Okay.
Any footprints around the edge of the crater?
Leaving the crater.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are not leaving the crater. They're running toward the crater. But there is a single set of footprints that you almost would have glanced over had it not been for Samael kind of walking past the entrance of the shrine to Calm and kind of noticing that nobody else was... There are no other footprints around it. So there's a single set of footprints that run directly out of the shrine, hang a left, and go straight for the crater.
Is it this one over here? That shrine?
Yep.
Okay.
Can we follow the footprints back to the shrine and see what we find?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a circular shrine. You can tell that this is not the most popular shrine in this place. There's only room for one person, and it's what looks like an extremely comfortable bed in the back. But there is a... but there's really nothing else. Just kind of her shrine.
Is there anything not touched by ash here?
It's all ash touched.
It's all ash.
It's all blighted. Yep, everything in here is blighted.
Where do the footprints go back to? Do they go back to the bed?
You don't know.
Well, can we trace them back into the temple?
Nope. You trace them back to the temple steps.
And then they just disappear.
Yep.
As if they appeared at the temple steps.
Is that what you're saying? I see to us?
I mean, that's what... If we noticed that, yeah. It's almost as if they appeared at the temple steps. And which temple was this, Sarge?
This was the Temple of Calm, the goddess of sleep and prophecy.
Yeah.
Sleep and prophecy. Huh.
That's not foreboding or anything.
Malcolm, I think you need to pass out on the ground.
Huh?
I think you need to go to bed, go into that temple and, sleep.
He looks at her for a moment and says, I'm alright, thank you.
Might have the answers on that bed, who knows? It's
the bed is ash.
Sleep.
I don't think anybody wants to touch that.
He says, I find it very, I doubt we're going to find many answers by laying down and sleeping. We should probably,
And watch, that is how we find it. I just sensed it.
Or even better, the book drops on my head while I'm sleeping. Because,
After we get to the steps, I asked not Sam, god damn it, Malcolm, have they talked with any priests from Calm?
Have I talked to any priests from Calm?
Has your investigation involved discussions with priests?
I don't think it has it, Sarge?
Your previous investigation, as over the last year, you have reference to priests of Calm and priestesses of Calm several times.
I've probably talked to many different priests and priestesses.
Yeah, you have. The Divine has definitely been an option, but nobody has said anything, at least relating to it. Because when they get prophecies, the thing about Calm is that when she gives prophecies in dream form, they are extremely vague. It takes the Arcane College months to decipher the simplest ones. Because of all the symbolism that's used. And usually it's only relevant a few moments before it actually happens. Basically, the thought of Calm is that she gives her followers and who she blesses with her visions enough time to contemplate it so that it makes sense when it happens.
And my next question would be, who is the priest here in this town?
Oh, I have no idea.
Well, there'd be records of that. Couldn't we find that out?
Yeah, probably in that temple.
In this particular temple? No.
Wouldn't there be records of it? Doesn't this temple pay money to some local city? to some city-state?
And Malcolm would kind of look at him and say, I mean, I'm not sure how they handle the records of that. Perhaps local general would know. He's like, religion's not exactly my strong suit.
Well, that's politics, because it's taxation. So who do these people pay money to? Because there's nations
He'll chuckle and say, to be fair, politics isn't exactly my strong suit either.
You're a bad noble.
Oh, the Temple of Celstrus, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So you all are very
Please tell
familiar.
me there's beer still left.
Alcohol, sweet!
If there's one thing that should be sacrosanct.
Yeah. You guys are very familiar with the symbol of Celtrist. You're also familiar with the gilded, not exactly a bar per se, but it's a bar. They kind of jokingly consider their alcohol and what they brew as salves, and they make jokes about blessing people. It's a very jovial religion. A lot of people enjoy it because
Probably pretty popular.
yeah, it's she's a goddess of celebration. It's something great has happened. Praise be to Celtrist. Oh, it's a boy. Excellent. Like, you both praise Ibris as the god of life, and you place, and then you immediately after enact Celtrist as a means to make the celebration of that newborn child meaningful. But it's also a place to, relax, gamble. She is the goddess of luck as well. So it's not exactly a casino, but there are a few games and corners that you can see. Definitely playing
Don't
cards.
let me near those.
The priests themselves usually act as kind of a dealer, more of a rules master than anything. They understand the games, they understand the luck behind them. They partake in it a lot in order to, what they say is balance themselves, balance their good and bad luck. There's a heavy belief that if you get your bad luck out of your system, because she gives in equal proportions. She gives bad and good luck in equal proportions. So is believed. And if you can get your bad luck out in controlled ways, then she'll bless you with good luck when it comes time for the serious stuff. So they're usually very forgiving of any type of gambling debts or anything like that, because you're not really taking money away from the church, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you walk in, nothing really out of the ordinary there. It's obvious that a lot of the bottles are empty.
Aww.
But those turn to dust, but the ones that were kind of full are just filled with more ash.
Ugh.
Man. Alright.
Okay, anything else that you guys would like to address?
Nothing I can think of other than I would want to know who the priest was for that temple.
Then go talk to the Lord.
Yeah, I'll wander over to Lord General Drac and ask him if he has any idea.
Why would you want to know that?
Because the footsteps lead away from that temple.
Oh. Why is that of any particular interest? There's lots of footsteps around.
Those are the only footsteps that we found that postdated the ashfall, that led away from one specific temple towards the crater, other than footsteps from the south.
Also, they seem to appear at the steps.
Yeah, they seem to appear out of nowhere.
Oh. Well, the records of this town, of this village, now it's a town, the records of this town would have been in the keep. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do much in that regard.
But wouldn't there be copies of those records somewhere else? Didn't this town pay taxes to someone?
Most likely to Alicia.
Oh, God.
But good luck.
Couldn't we ask those racist bastards in Alicia? I don't actually say that, obviously, but
I mean,
I would ask, couldn't we approach Alicia about it? Because I don't know that they are the way they are now.
And he would look
come
at
over too.
you and say, "I'm pretty sure if any of us tried to ask anything of Alicia, it's not going to go well."
It might not go badly. You might also be tied up in their absolutely
Bureaucracy.
obscured bureaucracy for months, simply by requesting to say hello. So it is an avenue I believe worth pursuing, but I don't hold faith that it will reveal much unless you have somebody who's skilled at navigating that particular obstacle.
Perhaps your contacts can pursue it for us while we find this artisan you suggested we seek.
Okay, yeah. That is something I can do. I will send out one of my runners to take a look and see if we can find that information out. Actually, I have the perfect person in mind. Once you get back from Silver Shore, I will have made contact with her, and we will have arranged a meeting, and you will go on my behalf.
Thank you.